Rated M for mature.
Welcome to a very special episode of Elite Clips, the show where we feature the best of the best Sniper Elite Resistance gameplay from across the SE community. From veterans ricocheting a bullet 7 times, to mind-boggling RPG long shots blasting someone over 200 meters away, and a ton more. And today, we are featuring 3 content creators you may have heard of: JackFrags, MB93, and Slorgs. If you would like to be a part of the series, use the link below to submit your clips. Elite Clips starts now. Jack Baited. For our first highlighted creator, it's JackFrags. Jack is a pro player when it comes to military shooters, and with his over 4 million subscribers, Jack knows his way around a battlefield, especially in Sniper Elite Resistance's Invasion Mode. Invasion Mode is such an intense game of cat and mouse that players cannot get anywhere else other than the Sniper Elite franchise. To kick us off, JackFrags decides to invade a friend's campaign with an added twist. They happen to be on voice comms together, which requires Jack not to give away his position on comms while he hunts his friend Tomographic. As Jack stalks near his target, he wisely places a teller mine down at the bottom of the stairs, then climbs the stairs to spot his friend creeping around like a ghost haunting the attic. He has no clue that Jack is less than 20 feet from him in the same room, waiting to spring an ambush. And then BAM! Jack strikes. Tomographic, now bleeding out on the stairs, tries to bandage himself up, knowing this all might be coming to an end.
So now I need to find out where this coal goes. Oh no. Oh no.
Has that worked?
Oh dear, oh dear.
Jack flees the scene, barely escapes, and then this happens.
Okay, I need to finish this mission. My question.
Oh! Yes! It worked!
No way! No way you conveyed me into a mine!
The teller mine pays off and explodes, blasting Tom into the defeat screen and giving Jack the dub. Now that's how you bait a friend. Let's see how some other creators bait their friends and come back to JackFrags later in this episode. Kamikaze Partners. The next clip from MB93 shows him and Slorgs working together in a very unique way. They are in a co-op campaign together and have been invaded by a player. So they bunker down in a building and try to draw the player in close by making extra noise, running in circles, throwing bottles, and whistling. It's quite an elaborate trap setup. And sure enough, the faux party trick works, and the invader comes crawling in. That's when they do something we haven't seen before. Slorgs whips out a sticky grenade and slaps it onto MB93, who then goes charging in like Leroy Jenkins kamikaze style to circle behind the player as the grenade explodes, killing the target and miraculously leaving MB alive. Now that is teamwork. A real minesweeper. This clip from JackFrags shows Jack having to play 5D chess with another player who loves putting down teller mines. Jack loads into the player's campaign and is immediately met with a trap at the bottom of a ladder. He considers popping a couple of rounds into it, but that explosion would most likely alert the enemy player to his location, so he carefully defuses the trap and continues. This specific map is covered in concrete bunkers, giving players plenty of ambush opportunities. And as Jack hunts, he hears something above him. He climbs the ladder and, whoops, discovers the other player right at the top of it. Out of grenades, he considers what he should do. Then suddenly the enemy player starts popping off shots. What is he trying to do here? Bait Jack into coming up? Jack instead decides to place a mine of his own at the bottom of the ladder. Then he timidly and quietly goes up the ladder just to take another look. And good thing he didn't charge in again, because bam, right there, another mine. The player continues taking shots, and he's really committed to the baiting bit, pretending that he doesn't know Jack is right there, but Jack doesn't bite.
We need a different approach here. I don't think he can get down that ladder without that mine exploding now, unless he has an angle on it or a grenade. So what I need to do is see if I can find an angle to shoot him.
Jack spies the player's gun looking in a different direction, so he pulls off a risky reposition. But the gamble pays off. He finds a nearby sniper perch and patiently waits for his moment. Peekaboo, the little meerkat pops his head up.
Hello, chicken.
Oh, excuse me, the chicken. The chicken pops up and Jack takes the shot. The kill cam activates and we watch the bullet pop the other player right between the eyes. Incredible display of patience and being able to adjust one's strategy on the fly. This is a perfect example of what invasion mode is all about. Ghillie suits and grenades. We're headed back over to MB93, who is a creator that over the years has proven to be one of the most entertaining and highly skilled players the SE community has to offer. We highly recommend their channel to anyone who is looking to get better at invasion mode and is also looking for a good laugh, because when it comes to MB93, their invasion executions are downright hilarious. Take a look. MB stalks his target wearing a ghillie suit and is closing in fast, hearing the sounds of the AI German soldiers being executed by the enemy player in a nearby field. They circle until, boom, the player comes running unknowingly right in their direction. So, MB decides to have a little fun and test the camouflage capabilities of the ghillie suit. Staying perfectly still, the player walks right up to MB and crouches down within 4 or 5 feet of their enemy. And from the enemy's perspective, they suddenly have a sticky grenade on their back and the bush that they were just crouched next to starts running away. It's all too late as they are blasted into the defeat screen, while MB chuckles to himself in the victory screen. Before we show you more clips, we want you to know we've linked all the creators who are highlighted today in the description below, so it's easy for you to go and show some support. And while you're down there, please consider supporting this channel by hitting that subscribe button, smashing that like button, and sniping that notification icon. We have a ton of guides, tips, tricks, and insane gameplay from Sniper Elite Resistance that you don't want to miss. For instance, where else would you see Harry accidentally blow himself up? See what we mean? Thanks for your support. Now, back to Elite clips. The Hot Potato. Slorgs is our next highlighted creator, and he's perfected this kamikaze technique that we saw earlier. He's coined it the Hot Potato. Again, with MB93, they have climbed the spiral staircase to prepare for a hot potato maneuver. Slorgs prepares himself, MB tosses the sticky grenade, and Slorgs charges. And with a big smile on his face, explodes right onto the enemy player, incapacitating him.
There he is. Oh,
Blow me up.
yeah, he's gone down.
Then, to add insult to injury, throws another sticky grenade at the player who is trying to bandage themselves and sprints away as the helpless player explodes into tiny pieces. But the duo isn't done yet. Another unfortunate player invades the two. Slorgs eyes the target creeping down the castle turrets toward them and prepares for the alley-oop. MB backs up, tosses the sticky, and Slorgs charges, getting downed right in front of the target. But the grenade explodes close enough, finishing up their enemy. This is an epic duo. And you know what? We want more. Okay, enough silliness. Let's see Slorgs flex on someone. Cowboy Shootout. Slorgs has discovered that he can basically snipe and one-shot players from massive distances using the Nagant M1895 revolver. Once he unlocks the weapon, he goes on an insane killing spree, hunting players in invasion mode. The carnage begins on mission 2 in the hotel. Revolver-slinging Slorgs makes his way to a window to try and snipe with this camo-skinned hand cannon. So using just the iron sights, he eyes a player about 55 meters away. He fires off his one and only shot and snipes the player right through the kidney. Now bloodthirsty, this kicks off an insane John Wayne-style montage of Slorgs running from game to game, just humiliating his targets with quick outlaw-like reflexes and boot-stomping power. It is a Wild West-style shootout that no doubt would put a big bounty on his head in the Old West, but also gives us a shiver if we ever happen to see Slorgs invading our game. Good shooting, Tex. outnumbered but not outclassed. For our final clip, we're heading back to Jack Frags, and this is a clip of Jack invading a player's game who happens to have a co-op partner, making it a 2v1 situation, and it's on Mission 2, one of our favorite maps. It takes Jack some time to locate the two enemy snipers. However, on his search, he believes he has found the bald billionaire, peculiar astronaut, and founder of Amazon.
It's Jeff Bezos.
But there's no time to get distracted because suddenly, the other two players set off an alarm informing Jack of their location. And they are not being subtle. Sirens, gunshots, and explosions are popping off as Jack scouts the area when he spies one player through the first floor window. No hesitation. Jack pulls the trigger and incapacitates the target. Knowing the player can patch himself up, Jack bolts toward his opponent, a risky gamble, but the aggressive move pays off. He comes charging into the cafe to find one player healing the other. He point-blank mows them down with his secondary weapon, unloading his clip like a real madman and securing the dub. And seeing Jack win this 2v1 situation leads us to the real question of this video. Will we ever get a Jack Frags versus MB93 and Slorgs showdown? Do you want to see that? Let us know down in the comments. Hey, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel. It's the best way to keep up with all things Sniper Elite. Remember, send us your Resistance gameplay using the link below. And we'll see you sharpshooters in the next one.